So today we're going to be talking about chapters, and this is pretty much going to be the 10 abilities that I try to usually go for when playing the game. This isn't going to be one of those where I just name off 10 mythic ones that are pretty much OP. These are realistically what I end up gravitating towards when playing the game, and it's what I find works best for me. And for context, I'm pretty much using the Dragon Breath armor, which doesn't have the revive, but heals you every single round. And for reference, I'm sitting on chapter 67 with about 180 million power. Now, one of the first abilities I usually tend to grab is going to be Hits Recovery. That's the one which says when hits reaches 3, you end up healing yourself. And I think you get somewhere around like 3% or so. Now, people might complain about this, but for me, using the Dragon Breath, having Little Ellie, and having this extra 3%, it's usually enough to maintain a full health throughout the game. If anybody hits me really hard, I don't have to struggle too much with dying. But the reason why I really like it is I know I'm going to be getting those 3 hits with all my pets every time, so it's pretty much a guaranteed way that I'm getting some extra health. Now, another one that I grabbed that, to be honest with you, I would never grab when I first started off playing, and that is shields. And it's specifically going to be the Rage Shield. Once again, I'm guaranteed to get it every time I pop a Rage, and even if my health is full, it's just a way to get a little bit extra more. And I think the shield's like 10% value or so, but this has saved me numerous times. There's nothing worse than when you're sitting at full health and you see yourself heal and it just doesn't do anything. That's where the shield comes in and just gives you that little bit of extra. Now, one that I absolutely love is going to be dodge. And yes, this is a chance-based thing, but when you go and you see yourself getting dwindled down on the health every single round and you get that dodge in there, it's like, oh man, I just got myself back in a good spot. What I also like too is if my selection of skills aren't really good later on in the game and I see a way to upgrade this, it's definitely something I tend to do. Now, the last one for our common type skills that I'll typically grab, and can't help myself, but I go for the Heal Dagger. And this is just one of those things where I love daggers inside the game. I was using the Whisperer for so long, not using it now, unfortunately, until I get some more of them. But something about the daggers, I like having that, the chance of the heal, and this really opens up the territory for me. If I need to grab more daggers inside the game, I could definitely utilize this. So that one might not be as big of a necessity for me, but for some reason, I just always end up grabbing it. When it comes to the legendary skills, one I absolutely love is going to be Frozen Touch. We've all gone up against those times where there's 2 enemies on the screen and it's just like, oh man, here we go, this is gonna be the end, and then bam, insta kill, that enemy is dead. There's always a chance to freeze them too, but when it comes down to it, once you grab this thing, you're just sitting there waiting like, am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? And it really is an extra thrill. But man, does this thing work so well, and it's helped me a numerous amount of times. I've gotten lucky a bunch with this skill. Now, the other 2 ones that are in that legendary state are going to be the combo proficiency and the crit proficiency. And these are going to be both the ones that stack until the end of the battle. So the combo one will have its combo rate increase, and if you go and end up comboing, your attack is going to go up, and this will stack all the way till round 30. And then the crit one is pretty similar too. Our crit rate goes up. If we end up critting, our crit damage will keep on stacking until that 30th round. Now, if I had to pick between the 2 of them, I'd probably go more on the lines of the combo one. I like to see that attack go up inside the game, but either way, if I can get both of these in a run, I'm feeling pretty good. Now, the last 3 here are going to be the mythic ones, and first one being a revive because I do have the Dragon's Breath on, but even if I am using the Phantom Cloak, having a revive is always a nice way. It's kind of like a, hey, you got lucky on this one, don't screw it up. But being able to come back to life when you technically should have lost the game is just a huge OP skill. And if you played the game for more than a week, you probably know what the last 2 are, which is going to be Battle Hardened and then War Veteran. Both of these are going to increase throughout the round. Battle Hardened is going to increase your defense, and that will stack every single round. And then War Veteran will be increasing our attack every single round. Now, I do tend to pick the War Veteran one over the Battle Hardened, but there has been times where I've gone the other way after playing a chapter maybe 40, 50 times and just feeling things out, and it actually does pretty good in the right situation. By having both of these things together, I know a lot of you probably go and snap a screenshot at that point like, yep, this is the run that did it right here, and hopefully you end up doing it. Now, obviously it can be difficult to get all of these, and there's a lot of other good skills in there, but these are the ones that I kind of feel like I'm on a good path when I'm able to land them. So I guess let me know what you think and which abilities you would pick inside the game. If you ever run into those ones where you can either run or battle the dangerous mob, take a look at this video right here. It might help you out. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.